This couple bought a 3 crore penthouse in Bangalore. The EMIs alone, over 1.5 lakhs a month. And then they quit their job. Sounds wild, right? But it wasn't a gamble. It was a plan. While he was steady in his corporate career, she built the business from scratch. And when the business took off, he also quit his 9 to 5 grind.
See, compared to my corporate life, I am definitely working way more than what I was working then. But still, I love this. I feel I cannot go back now.
And now they wake up in peace in their dream penthouse with their dog, living a life they actually built on purpose.
Hey, I'm Shashi.
Hey, I'm Rishabh.
And meet our family, Dexter.
And Astro.
So we moved here in 2023, August.
Yeah.
And we bought this home in October 2022. So because we have 2 dogs and we both are very busy. So we want to buy a big home for them to run and to play. So only for that reason we bought this home.
So the total cost comes around somewhere around 3 crores. So we had a lot of savings and also investments. I've been investing in like mutual funds and stocks right from my start of my career. So I had some savings from that, and then we had to take a loan. Yeah, there are 2-3 things that you give it from yourself. One is the down payment for the fixed cost. Then there is the registration cost also, because it's a costlier house. The registration cost is also high, and a lot of interior cost is also there, which is also around 30 lakhs. Yeah. So all that came from my investment. The 20% down payment, this registration cost, and also the interior cost. That all came from the investments and all, and rest is the bank loan. So you can say 70% of the overall is from the bank, and rest 30% is from ours.
Can you walk us through your career journey and what went into planning your new business?
So I did my M.Tech Computer Science from IIT Kanpur. So right out from there, I got a job in Microsoft. So when I started in Microsoft, it was around 21 lakhs CTC. And then I moved to other companies. It kept moving. And when I left, it was around 1.2 CR. So it was in Hyderabad, Microsoft. So I started there. I was there for 3 years. It was good. But I really wanted to work in a startup after that. So that basically moved me to Bangalore. So I came to Flipkart here. So, but in Flipkart also I realized that it's also a very big company, not a startup. So I left that within 6 months, and this was the lockdown period. So, but I found a very good startup which was called Inference. So there I was for 3 years. So which was a good period. I loved a lot. But then I started feeling that I want to work on something of myself, like something I want to build. So then I jumped from my job to my startup. So currently I am in very early stage of my business. I am not even earning anything right now. So I am not investing. Whatever I am getting, I am investing in my own business.
I passed my 12th in 2009 and then I did my graduation in commerce. So my graduation college offered me to teach there as an assistant professor. So I took admission there. So that year only I enrolled for PhD also in 2015, December. I enrolled for PhD. And in between that period, we got married in 2018 March. And then we moved to Hyderabad. So my PhD work was very slow. So during that period only, I started, let me explore some, because he was at home doing nothing, not even PhD work is there. So I just started yoga, not, like thinking is as a career. Then one of my friend, like Dave's best friend, he suggested me, you're doing good yoga. You go for teacher training course. And you know, that thing rang somewhere in my mind. The bell rang, okay, I have to do teacher training course. And at that moment, Dave left his job without any other opportunity. So we both were having a very tough time. And I was not doing anything in that moment. So he was like, okay, let me get another job first. Then you go for this teacher training course. So then he got the opportunity. And then, okay, let me first complete my teacher training course. So that was a COVID time only. So I'm like, okay, let me start teaching yoga. And so online classes I started, and started with around, like first day it was around 15 to 20 students on day 1. Around 3 batches I started. And then it worked really well with word of mouth. And within a year, more than 300 students were there in online class. Then Dave saw the potential, and he asked me to, let's open the yoga studio. So we were looking for the space where to open. So I was not even aware about, how much is the rent of commercial space. So we resaw many places and the rent was like 1,35,000, 1,20,000. It's a big rent. But they was very confident. No, no, we should go for this.
So, so in commercial spaces, deposits is also huge. So
Yeah.
that is also around 4-5 lakhs, and then interiors also cost around 10-12 lakhs. So approximately between 15 to 20 lakhs, it took us to start the studio.
Yeah, at that time I was thinking like to invest this much. Then he said, what will happen? Even max to max, we will lose 5-10 lakhs, but let's take this risk.
Although it was still like a big luck chance, because we didn't know anyone that time in Bangalore. So we were not sure of even one student. But when we opened it, we found the place, we did the interiors, it took quite a lot of money. So she also sold her gold also, took a gold loan also for some gold. And I also like liquefied some of my investments for the interiors and for the setup and everything. So I remember on the day one of the studio, like 4 people came somehow.
Six people came.
4 or 6 came, yeah. So we did some marketing for initial, that 4 people came. But within a month, she had like 20-30 students. And in the second month, it was profitable.
How have you approached investing and managing your money over the years?
So I started first with mutual funds. I started saving like 20 to 30% in mutual fund. But then I slowly moved into stocks as well. I had discussions with some of my friends and everyone. But I was more of a safe player, like stocks in big companies, not maybe in IPOs. I tried few IPOs. But if you say our complete portfolio right now, 50% is mutual funds and 50% is stocks, but it's more in US stocks, because I already have some US based stocks. So that is like 40% of the portfolio, and then 10% are in some other stocks. So I take it in one way. I thought, see, I am from IT background, tech background, so I don't want to invest everything in the tech thing. Though that's the industry I understand, so I put in more diverse thing, like pharma is there, and pharma did very well in like lockdown period and all. So that's one there. Although I'm more inclined towards all the big tech companies, so that also helps, because I'm more sure that they will work. So that's how I find my tech company. It's more like US blue chip companies. And I also had some US stocks, because I worked in US companies. So US stocks were there, like of Microsoft, Salesforce. So that gave me very good returns also, which helped me buy the house.
After leaving the corporate world, were there any lifestyle changes or compromises that you had to make?
So keeping our lifestyle in check has actually helped us start our business, because it doesn't not feel like a sacrifice. Like what life I am living right now, like after leaving my job, it does not feel like a sacrifice. A lot of people might feel that, like in last 2 years, I have left Bangalore only once. That too for a wedding. So for a lot of people, it might feel like a sacrifice, but I'm enjoying it. I love it because I'm working on something which I like. So because I've kept my lifestyle very much in check, don't like going out that much. So and everything happens at home. So EMIs are major expense. So that's a big chunk, EMI and the fixed part. Rest of all is under 1 lakh for a month. Pretty much under 1 lakh. It would be around 75 to 1 lakh around.
Also, we don't like go out and we don't drink and we don't take anything. So that also, it's a very keeps us in budget.
Looking back now, how do you feel about your decision to quit your 9 to 5?
For me, it's definitely very much peaceful, because it's not because of the work and everything, because yoga changed me a lot as a person. My perspective, I'm totally changed as a human being also. When I was a very strict teacher, very, very strict teacher, like for single mistake, I scold a lot. I don't see any mistake in your practice. But nowadays, my students say you are changed a lot. You don't scold much and you don't so yoga changed me a lot in that way. So for me, it changed me completely as a person. Mostly I become so calm, and when any panic situation comes, I never get panic. I always think in my mind, if there's anything to change, then let's change it. If it's not in my control, let's not worry about it. It's okay. Let's go with the flow.
See, compared to my corporate life, I am definitely working way more than what I was working then. So there are lots of uncertainties also. Every day there is at least one time where I get the sinking feeling, which is what you get on a roller coaster, that, oh my God, what has happened? Every day for at least 10 minutes I get that feeling, where I feel, no, it's not going to work, or there's going to be some problem. and then there comes high also, where I feel very confident, no, it's gonna work, it's gonna be great. So, but still I love this. I feel I cannot go back now. So because you are working for yourself, you are working on something you are enjoying, and can clearly see what is coming up. And the upside is also there, like potential upside, but that's what not we can think at this moment. But work wise, it's much more satisfying now.
Given this unpredictable, slightly risky lifestyle, do you ever think about having kids in the future?
So we are not planning kid yet, but we definitely want to have kids. So, but it's gonna be difficult right now because we both of us are actually working on our own childs, which are like our businesses also. But definitely we want to have kids.
And before we wrap up, tell us about your dog. How did he come into your life?
Yeah, so he's a Dexter. So he's our first son, and Astro is our second baby. So they left his job when, and that time, they was not very much, mentally, he was feeling little, low. So that time he asked me, we can buy a dog. I'm like, okay, because I never had any pet, but I never had any problem with any, pet. I'm like, okay, there's one place we went there, and we saw Dexter there, and we like, okay, we buy them. We got him.
Getting him is a much more interesting story.
Yeah. So
he's
his
more
story-
like unwanted child, unplanned child. Sorry.
So basically, we went to one shopping complex, and there was 3 huskies in one pet shop. Pet shops was there. So Astro was walking there, and he was so love at first sight. He was so handsome. So I went and I saw him. I'm like, his eyes were so calm. Normally huskies' eyes are very sharp, and they look so angry. But he was looking very calm, and it was a love at first sight. I asked, I'm going to take him to my home. So then we went to home, we got Dexter, then they both met, they played very well, then we got him. He was planned, but he was like, we saw and we got it.
It was like, yeah, him was a love at
And
first sight.
they both are very lucky for me. When Dexter came, I started yoga. When Astro came, I started my yoga studio. So they both are very lucky for me at least.